So you don't ever shoot your shot at dudes? Like dudes always.
No. Why would I do that? I feel like for the average heterosexual man-woman relationship to work out, the man has to be more in love with the woman than the woman is with the man. Because once the man feels like he has the upper hand and you need him, you're so desperate for him, he can do whatever the fuck he want and get away with it because he knows that you will let him. And I feel like there's another, kind of step to that too. It's just like men love the chase. Like I feel like just we as people, we don't want anything that we already have. So, you got to make it hard for a guy anyway, period.
But so you don't ever shoot
your. All right, fellas. It's your turn. What y'all thinking about this?
All right, I'll start off first. First off, I mean, like I said, I don't just come off the point just agreeing. I always see where the other side is coming from. Like I said, first off, I do think she's correct. At the end of the day, when dudes do have the upper hand, and to be honest, I think anybody when they have the upper hand, they feel like they can do whatever they want. We already know that there's leverage in a relationship. There's no such thing. Hearts don't break even. There's always somebody that has more leverage than the other. Now, to her second point, this is the part I feel like she's incorrect about. She says that women are quote unquote that women take. It sounds like she's saying women. Well, she is saying women need to have the upper hand on men, as in the men have to be able to chase the woman. That is the part where I have to 100% disagree.
Nice.
With.
Give it to him, bro.
Well, I have to disagree with it because at the same time, it's like, let's just be honest. Women, the reason why dudes have the upper hand, if they do have the upper hand, is because you gave the dude the upper hand. Reason why is because you don't want to deal with no scrub that's below you. If you ask any woman, they'll say, I want a guy that's taller than me, smarter than me, more competent than me, something more. So naturally, you're giving the guy the leverage anyway. Now, what I will say is when dudes do get the leverage, she's right. Anybody gets the leverage, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But I think there's a difference between, dealing with a man that's a true leader. A true leader will still have power and know how to use that power and will not abuse that power, but use it accordingly. When you deal with somebody that hasn't really earned their stripes and you give it to these weak head ass men that these bitches be choosing, that's why your father and your brother should be in charge of mating selection, at the same time, or at least approved of it. So at the same time, it's like you choose these, yeah, they got money, but they're not true leaders. They're not true G's because like I said, at the end of the day, and you're broken because you're so scared. If you're saying, because guys do whatever they want. At the end of the day, every dude is not. You got dudes out here that's working their off to provide solely for their children and women. I don't know one woman that's sitting up here working her ass off to provide for her man long term. I just don't know it.
Facts.
So at the same time, it's like I see where she's coming from. She has some good points from the female perspective. I can understand why she thinks like that, but she's vastly incorrect.
I'm going to go right after you, my friend. And I'm going to say this too. The older I get, man, believe it or not, I actually get less angry with people. Because I understand that we all have our own individual traumas and shit that we've gone through that. And we've all had our reality shaped by different traumas, experiences, things we've been through. So I'm going to give it 1 point. On 1 point, like you said, Olive, I agree 110%. Humans as a whole are attracted to what I call the forbidden fruit syndrome. We all want a little bit of what we can't have. Think about this. How many times you done had a job before? You've been pressed to get the job. You're on point. The first couple weeks you get the job, you on time. You ain't never late. Taking exactly hour lunch break. And then 3 months in, what you saying? Man, the job.
Hey, man, I'm chased like a fire.
I come back when I feel like coming back.
And I think on both ends, men and women do this. But men especially.
Came back from happy hour.
After you, how many times we had women down here on this podcast that said 1,000 times, they'll get a man that's going to wine and dine them. Ruth Chris, 5-star restaurants and everything. But after they fuck a lot of the time, they start backing up. And that can be a little bit part of on a woman too.
That's why I don't take them. That's why that's not an option on the first day. Hard truth.
That can be some part on a woman because I always say this too. If a man will not wife you, it's normally something that you're not doing. Because if you're doing something undeniable that a man cannot replace, he's going to wife you 9 chances out of 10.
I'm not going to take you somewhere where you can't take your damn self. Like I said, if I see you on Section 8 or something like that, living on the South Side, whatever the case, I'm not taking you to no Ruth Chris. That's dead.
Yeah. Well, like I said, coming to the woman's defense, dudes do lie. You know what I'm saying? Now,
why
they
right.
lie? I mean, I don't believe women can take the harsh truth. I mean, not like most dudes can't even take the harsh
you
truth.
ain't lying.
The truth is heavy as you know what I'm saying?
And be trying so hard to impress these women.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
So I mean,
you can go to the park and ice cream.
So going back to your point, I 100% agree. When you get the job, the difference is do you really know what you're signing up for? These women will have all these arbitrary shit and I want 500K and $1 million, all this other shit. But then you want to complain about what a rich dude does, or you want to complain about what this guy does. At the end of the day, if you find him attractive, understand a lot of other women are going to find him attractive as well. Now, here's the thing. If a guy's give you some talk about some, oh, I'm going to be monogamous and exclusive to only you and say all this other shit, and then you don't do your homework to see if this motherfucker really legit, and you don't, women know. You know what type of dude you're dealing with. If you choose to kind of go past the red signs and things like that, oh, my feelings because I like him, not. There's a difference between signing up for a job, you get into the industry and you're like, oh, this joint is like this. Now I didn't know it was like this. I'm out. And the difference between I already knew what comes with the game. I either accept this job, I know this industry is full of and I choose to accept it, or I choose to either leave. There's a huge difference. And I think a lot of women, they entitled it to. You knew what came with this man. You knew what comes with this type of man, but you chose to go with your feelings and make a poor reflection.
A lot of women can't handle that lifestyle. They can't.
Well, they can't. They say they want a high value man that does all this shit. I'm telling you from first hand, we work all the time. We grind at 24/7. It's not just about money. And then the mentality of these men is it's almost psychopathic. So my thing about it is, it's like, you say you want a man like this, but understand, can you accept that lifestyle? Everybody want to sit up here and say that they want to be LeBron James' wife, or they want to be a Vanessa Bryant, but can you stick by these men when they're going through their hard times, their lawsuits, and all the media portrays to be? No, when y'all go through some shit, the first thing a woman does is get her ass on Twitter. Oh, you and he ain't. You can't do that with these type of men, and then you wonder why these men don't select you. And so my whole point about it is, though, if you, and some women can, if you want that high value man, you have to understand what comes with that. And at the same time, a lot of women want these men, but then they want a McLaren, but then you want a Toyota problems. No, baby. When you chose that McLaren, you have to understand, you may not have known what it took to replace or retire, but the thing is, it's 50,000. So at the same time, or 2,500, whatever.
That Tesla battery about 25K.
The expenses from this, once you see it, even if you didn't know, okay, now you have to choose to accept it. If you keep continuing to go along with that's your fault. If you didn't know, I'll give you that. But now it's your time to retreat and leave. You're not going to do that. So at the same time, if you knew what was coming with this, and now you're trying to get, oh, I didn't know. I thought the oil change was going to be $50 like a Toyota Camry. No, it's a McLaren. You knew that off the break that the oil change was going to be 10 G's. So women can't conflate the two as well.
Women not doing their research, and women losing recipes.
Well, you can't have it all. You have to choose what you want. If you want reliability, like Andrew Tate says, get a Toyota. If you want performance, go get a McLaren.
So let me finish my point. That was actually fucking phenomenal point, bro. Good shit.
Good shit.
So I'm just saying, forbidden fruit is a little bit like that with everybody. But where women make the mistake is you always hear this shit. The man should like the woman more than the woman likes the man. That's complete and utter horse. Because when women have leverage in a relationship, they are terrible people, man. I'm telling you. How many times do you see women with guys in the friend zone? These are guys that men like them more than they like them. But how do they treat these guys? They treat them like complete and utter garbage. I don't care what nobody says. If you're in a woman's friend zone, you're stupid as hell because she's getting what she wants out of you, and you ain't getting nothing that you want. Because we know without a shadow of a doubt, men for the most part want sex, and we're not saying that we don't have value.
And we're not trying. And just to elaborate off what TK saying, we're not trying to put all women in one box. We're not saying all women are terrible.
I am.
I'm not. I'm not go that far.
I was going
because I'm not.
Follow me on Rumble.
Hey,
y'all get canceled.
Y'all niggas ain't got no chill tonight. Damn, they ain't got no remote.
So listen, I ain't saying all.
Because I'm a shooter. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a shooter. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got warm up. You know what I'm saying? They call me Mr. Fourth Quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I got warm up in the fourth quarter. That's when
what do you warming up?
my shot.
What do you warming up for? Like,
I'm saying, like, you know, I gotta see something. Like, if I make eye contact with me, if I make eye contact with you and you make eye contact with me, then I'm gonna shoot my shot.
If I make eye contact with
you, I'm gonna tell you what K Dot's game is a little bit more of an extension of mine, except for he's a little bit more what's what I'm looking for. You a little bit more
calculated?
Not calculated either. He beats around the bush more than me. You know what I'm saying? So he don't just
drive to the paint.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie.
He got call the ISO, call the screen a little bit.
I throw a bone up in there and I see you catch it. You know what I'm saying? I be talking my shit, I ain't gonna lie, but it never led me wrong.
Like all I'm gonna say,
hard truth. I never came up short. Hard truth.
I'm the smooth talker of the group. You know how I do.
This nigga.
I see I'll be like, you know what?
I'm just shoving the bone down your throat. You don't like
like you either gonna like it or you're not. Let me just finish my point. I'm gonna pass the UK, dog. But I'm just saying this. When women like you more than you like them, they're terrible people. Don't ever fall for that. A woman has to feel like that you're a prize as a man. And if she likes you more than you like her, you're not a prize. You're basically just something she's entertaining.
Well, you're a
for a little bit.
placeholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Kate. You got anything on that? What do you think about the video?
I agree with certain things she said. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like men should always shoot they shot. You know what I'm saying? But also, a woman can because I feel like men, you know, they naturally pursue a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little old school. I might be a little caveman-ish
To a certain
to a certain degree.
We got to put some old arm.
But you know. I ain't gonna lie though, you know, like after, you know, I got to see down the line, like after, you know, like I got to see what can you bring to the table after a while.
But
you know
but here's the thing though, K-Dot, and yeah, I understand that as a man, it is our job to pursue, but where most guys,
women can't keep though. That's their problem.
So hold on, here's what it is. We have to pursue, but it's up to a point. And you see what I'm saying? Like it's our job to make the interaction happen, to make the date happen, and to make sex happen.
Yep.
But after that point,
a woman got to keep my attention.
Once a woman's attached to you, it's now her job to pursue you. And when women feel like that you're the prize in a relationship, they're going to pursue you. And that's when the dynamics is better, bro. I'm telling you.